Hey guys, I'm like, I can't even see what I'm doing. How's everyone doing? All right. The sun is like blinded by the light. Welcome, welcome, Metaphysical Mama. So happy that you're coming to hang out. I pulled the dark blue Galactic Dragon. Hopefully you can see that okay without the sun being too offensive. And if you're able to just chill out, I'm just going to read. We're going to, there's so many downloads and codes coming in, so look, pure white dragon from Orion also coming in to make a landing and let itself be known. So yeah, Orion star system is, definitely been chattering very loud. Been some loud frequencies coming from Orion. And yeah, purification is a big thing coming in too, and like pure white dragon. So like this is really actually really beautiful. Sending love out is really important. It's 11:33. Because a lot of things are misinterpreted and right, we've been misled and just also going through a lot of growth process. So coming into right, evolving into higher knowledge of self and right, receiving these right galactic codes from the sun, right? Whether it's like, say, in a spiritual or say religious manner, right? It would be messages from ascended masters and Jesus, the suns, right? The inner, right? Where the hollow earth is, our central sun, and also the galactic codes coming out from all of the other star systems, right? Don't forget, Earth is also a living planetary body. It's a star, right? The Earth star, which lots of species and lots of other star systems, right, are here and have lived here for a very long time. And we are many of them, right? We are made of the stars and the planetary bodies, what they're made of, right? The spheres of sound, right? Radio, not soap. So tuning in, right? Let me be an instrument of thy peace, allowing ourselves to, right, receive the tune up that we need. But we do that by going through, right, our shit inside. And also a lot of things can become, again, be very scary because it's unknown. And we're going through, again, like the theme of the dead, I got raising the dead and being caught up in the wave, right? But we're used to being hypnotized and entranced. So we don't allow what's been buried or what we try to forget or what others have tried to, right, make us forget. Right, but now, right, karma tsunami, the waves are crashing. This is the flood. The not waves ain't the only thing that's crashing. Interesting. Stockings. So yeah, I guess there's gonna maybe be some kind of big crash. Sounds like maybe in the stock market. I don't know. There that just came out pretty clear. I don't like to always say to market to buy a fat pig. So to inflate the value of something and make it appear or look like a certain way, right? Like on the news today, they just granted $100 million for a military for, right. Well, what about all the people? There's so many people I know right now that are being denied for like assistance. There's veterans, there's elderly, single mothers, right? In the Bible too, it says take care of the stranger, the widow, and the old man. Right, the elderly, the stranger, the widow. That might not be the proper word if I don't want to quote the wrong Bible verse. I was reading that the other day, but it's like, right, the stranger, the widow. It's like to always leave like some things in your field from harvest. Right, it's kind of like how the Italians leave a little wine in the cup and they allow. Right, it's like you can have a little at dinner, but we always leave a little left in the cup. We don't always drink it all. whether that's to show that we're not glutton or we're leaving it for ancestors or spirits or however, right? It's just we leave a little in the so it's not empty, or so it's not empty, right? Leaving always a little, right? It's like, and it says in the Bible, don't go back to go repick more fruit if you know that you had more grapes or more, right? Say corn and barley in your field, what have you. We allow that for those in need. And just because others don't see certain things physically that are being done doesn't mean that others aren't contributing or that they, right, etc. So don't let others railroad over you. Okay, right? Think of that term, railroad. Remember the old video with or the old movie with like the lady all tied up to the railroad? So trying to always bury the divine feminine. And again, the divine feminine is also like the constellation that's always pregnant is Cancer. I forget who said that the other day, but I'm always saying that Cancer is the dark mother and the dark daughter. It's where the void. Cancer is always pregnant. It's always birthing, co-creating with spirit in the dark. But for a long time, we've all been told what? That word is a disease. That word is bad. That word needs to be cut out of us or burned out. What really harms people? The disease, or is it, which they're calling that, so if we think it's that, then it's going to be and attack our body. That's like a being pregnant. A pregnancy also attacks our body in a sense, right? It's taking our nutritional, our vital nutrition, so to speak. We're sharing it with another entity. Our thoughts, our feelings, right? The baby hears everything in the womb. The fetus. Adidas. So let's read before I get too off into another land of galactic trades. So it's just bringing things into context. I just allow things to, free flow. And, I do practice what I preach. I stay fluid. I stay as present in my now moments as I can. It doesn't mean I'm going to stay along with my plan and right what I planned on, or so I can be a complete walking contradiction because I'll plan something, but it's like, right, man makes plans and God laughs. It's like, yeah, so we can try to have control over certain things, but it ain't always going to work that way. And I learned that a long time ago. All right. Dark blue galactic dragon helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignites the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Maybe another, you see that he's holding a net there? These dragons shimmer with golden sparkles of cosmic wisdom, for they harness the light of the stars, planets, and constellations. When we are ready, they touch us with this light, enabling us to embody the illumined energy and wisdom that they contain. While many of us are now able to attune to the ninth dimension, keywords right in the ninth dimension, it is still an awesome light, filled with joy, love, and wisdom beyond our current comprehension. Dark blue galactic dragons can send bursts of this cosmic searchlight through us to ignite the hidden codes of our master blueprint, which if you can look into your natal chart, right, your navel, your belly button, your navel, your natal chart where you were connected to your mother, the matriarch in the womb, when you were physically born, right, when you were birthed, you went through death in the womb and were birthed, right, to Enlil and the foster family government tree, right? Everybody got a name and a number in capital letters. alpha, beta, numeric frequency, right? So now we're also coming into, right, realigning with our cosmic DNA, cosmic blueprint, star system, family, right? And we're all here. So it's all part of, right, the hues of man, right? Everybody gets a soul. Everybody's part of the rainbow, the vibe tribe, right? Right? Because consciousness is a vibration. Okay, so dark blue galactic dragons can send bursts of this cosmic searchlight through us to ignite the hidden codes of our master blueprint, the seventh dimensional light of our soul, so that we can listen to the voice of the universe, which again is inside of us. Uni means one. You have to listen to that inner voice inside of yourself first. Remember, our soul must be at least seventh dimensional for us to receive permission to incarnate on earth. That's really big right there. Your soul. So a lot of people think they don't have a soul. It's like, see, you don't believe the hype. Now we're going to travel to the stars. Want a time jump? Want to take a quantum leap? Remember, our soul must be at least seventh dimensional for us to receive permission to incarnate on earth. 11:44. Ding, 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 ding. So your soul had to make a decision to jump down airborne. How did you fall? How did we fall? Our soul, Saul, right? Saul killed himself. Our soul had to leave the moon mansions to jump down through the zodiacal calendar. There's 13 moon mansions above the 12 zodiac signs. And the zodiac signs are not the same as the constellations. Or there's also galaxies that are named certain things, right? So, just to put that into context. So your soul had to make a decision to be born, right? To leave the godly realm, so to speak, heaven, and come down to the earth plane and be born into a physical Eve, mother, right? A Gaia, float in the amniotic sac of Uranus, right? Father time. Time is fluid. The waters. Not Jesus, right? Fisher of men, out to sea, mariners, right? And then that goes to, right? Umber, the umbilical cord, and Horus, right? The sun, right? So that's the foster father also. So that's Archon. So 7, 8, 9. There's no eighth dimension in this book and at all. Goes from 6, 7 to 9. 8, again, infinite, right? Saturn moon matrix. So, right, birth and death, right? Reincarnation loop until we've gained enough vibrations of our soul members to, right, the rainbow body, vibrate high enough within our physical human body to now awaken to our cosmic star seed, star system, right? Our multidimensional rainbow light body, right? We're incorporating all the different bodies, right? Balancing the emotional body, our Eve body, right? Keeping it at bay, subsidiary, not allowing the wave of emotion to overshadow us, right? Come over us, being caught up in the wave. right? Dead man's sea, being lost at sea. We want to allow ourselves to raise the dead, right? Dead Sea Scrolls, the atoms that are dormant within. And it may, and it will, make us feel a little sick and mess with our head. It's like being seasick. It's like, oh, or I don't know what's going on. And right. And our belief system is being challenged. So we're evolving. We may feel a little sick. Again, like listen to the Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb. Listen, if you can, it's Friday presently, and whatever day or night it is for you, welcome and let it be. And, oh, hiccups, excuse me. Listen to Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, and see if that doesn't put you in, right? Like, listen to the lyrics, veg out, and chill out, and listen to some tunes, and remember who you are, right? And remember, and then it might help you too, remember like what we've all been going through and put it into a different perspective and don't freak out. It's like you have control of the show from within. Don't project, right? So we're learning to become more consciously aware throughout our soul journey, right? Soldier, soul dyers. We're going to sojourn through time and space and allow our past to come up and be what it may. We're in the month of May, coming at the end of the Taurus season, Gemini cusp. And we're going to witness our duality, right? The man in the mirror, or the darkness within, or the shadow of self, right? Dark night of the soul within our own skin. And we go it together, but alone, right? Tis the vibration. All right. Your soul journey has taken you to the stars and beyond. The dark blue galactic dragons now invite you to communicate with the masters of the universe. I am ready. How does that go, He-Man? Master of the universe and She-Ra. All right. The Intergalactic Council, intergalactic, right? Intergalactic planetary. Listen to some Beastie Boys too, maybe. Intergalactic, interdimensional, in what's within. Okay, there's 72, right? Say demons, right? The greater and the lesser keys of Solomon. Those are also interdimensionals, or the so-called said demons, right? That come from the gut. So if we're being led, right, turning lead to gold, but if we're being led, pulled, magnetically pulled by our gut, that's a separate system than our physical body, or our mental space, or our mind, right? Mind over matter. The mind is not the same as the brain. Pinky and the brain. All right. Let's see. The Intergalactic Council, where you can contribute to your energy for the smooth ascension of the planet. It is time to listen and serve. And when we serve ourselves and others, when we serve others, we serve ourselves, right? When we give, then we receive, right? And it can just be in your own solitude that you're giving by allowing that time and space for smooth ascension, meaning allowing yourself to evolve into a greater version of self just by being you and just allowing, right? Ask the wondrous dragon who has come to you to tune you in to the Intergalactic Council, where you will be offered the honor of petitioning the council. Decide whether your petition is for the welfare of animals or humanity, or to assist the ascension of the planet. Then ask the dragon to take you to the council to present your petition, right? Why is your soul here to help? What's your soul mission? To remember? We get so caught up in our human daily life, and then we feel obligated, and then we feel bad, and we're like, I made a contract, I made a decision, I made a date, I said I'd do this, I did that. And other people are upset that we don't, and it's like we can only really start by helping ourselves, right? And then being grateful for others, patience, and understanding and willingness to know that that's what we're doing, and that obviously they should be doing the same. So if everybody's coming from that respectful place, I think we will start to see a lot more grace within the human, right, hues of man, rather than the Caucasus race, right? Caucasus. Dark blue galactic dragons will also instruct you during meditation or sleep. This will enable you to serve in a galactic capacity and will hugely expand your energetic fields. Whoop, whoop. And let's read Pure White Dragon from Orion too, before I depart. I love my dragons. Cosmic art. Okay, transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, and let your wings of light grow and expand. Don't get too caught up in what you're allowing to arise from, right, the dead, the unknown, what's been subconsciously planted or programmed, or just hasn't been awoken yet, right, so-called dead. Don't get too caught up in the thoughts and the feelings of the emotion, right? Being caught up in the wave, in the net. Allow it to arise, and then, right, then just allow it to go, right? Let it go, like your breath. And then we move on to the next, right? We kill that moment and move on to the next thing. So we're not destruction-y and be, right? No, we're just allowing things to pass, come up, arise, take a look at them, acknowledge them, and then pass. And then we allow ourselves to be present in the next moment we need to be in. Right now, we've just made room, space, and time for the next thing to arise, or for us to just be, right? Humble and graceful and calm within our own seas. See? Easier said than done, right? But if we keep practicing, eventually we'll get it. Everyone. All right, Orion is the planet of wisdom, the ability to take the knowledge we obtain through our left brain and use it joyfully for the highest good of all. Beings from many star systems take their understanding to Orion to ask how to use it with wisdom. So true. And that's like Thoth and Hermes. Thoth is like knowledge. Okay. And then Orion is like the granddaddy master. It's like, what do we do with this? It's like the difference between Eve and Lilith, and coming back, right? And that's also like Enlil. So, and definitely, yeah, it's like that's the awareness of how to use it, use knowledge, what we've learned, and with wisdom, right? And Thoth and Isis, right? Or Lily and Eve, however, right? Or, right? M&S are all, work together. Definitely. It's like, right, waves and currents working with the ocean, right? And daughter and living and etc. And again, putting things into context, right? Eve is more able to put things into context in an orderly fashion, get upset, but she has more of human realm, right? How to delegate and compartmentalize. That's how, right? So again, Thoth and Hermes, that's how Eve works with, say, Adam. Also, right, with the circle, with the line within the circle, So now we're arising the other atom that's been dormant and asleep. There's positive and a negative. There's always two. So as the other atom awakens, it can get a little messy. And then that's what we're also opening the heart chakra, right? In the middle of our treasure chesty. So the combinations, right? We got a shortage on baby formula. Wah, wah. Everybody been drinking too much wine. I don't know why that's going on, but again, right? I bring anything into like a metaphysical context. If a story and a narrative gets put out, it's like, okay, now it's right. It's vibrating for a reason. So I don't pay much attention to it. I just heard it going through the grapevine. But baby formula. Now, physics formulas isn't just 1 and 1 is 2, right? There's a whole multitude of star equations coming into the formula that's being prescribed. So it's not just a linear timeline, right? Time is not linear, it's fluid. There we go. All right. All the beings from Orion, including the 7th dimensional pure white dragons. Thank you, Spirit. That was beautiful. Like how we just, that's like, right. That's like, Spirit just talks through me. And then again, so it's like, I don't ever, it's like, I don't take credit. That's why I don't charge money. I haven't accepted money for a reading. I haven't accepted money or taken money or used money. Right. I've worked for and helped an elderly best friend, uncle, grandpa of mine that's now having to like, they're right, trying to like not forcing, but whatever, you know, stuff going on with the elderly too about, right, you got to sign your life, your pension and whatever. And there's got to be kinder, gentler ways for everybody to be able to continue on and survive. But everybody also has their own journey and destiny. So I respect that too. And I don't know it all. So I'm grateful for whatever time I've had with, right, Uncle Papa Joe in that manner. And doesn't mean it's over. It just means we're in a big drastic change. So it's very scary. And I want the best for him. I want the best for myself, right? First and foremost, right? But at the moment, right, it's like I'm getting swashbuckled, you know, on the pirate's boat, and the Kraken's trying to lather his nasty arm up on the boat. But that's all right. I'm aware of it. I just allow the sea to become calm, right? And like the serenity prayer, right? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I may not know in my moments, right? But it's like I just have to breathe. And it's like, can I do anything about that right now? Have I already tried? Am I aware that if someone that's telling me something sounds like a good idea, I appreciate their care and consideration, or they're trying to influence me and like make me feel like I have to or whatever, do something. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see where you're coming from. Do I have to jump? Do I have to freak out? Do I have to respond and engage? I'll have to take it into consideration. I'll take a look at that. But if it's out of my hands, and there's already a lot of things that are out of my hands, and others have already, right, used their free will to manipulate situations, and now we're just like, all right, well, now we're just here. So we've just been neutral the whole time. We haven't made any deals or agreements or contracts, verbally or written, with any. So you know, if I was, I'd be charging on my check. I would have been, as you all see, for a long time. I get little bits and pieces up, but then it's like, oh, we got like a whole bunch of, right, virus biters, people that want to hack into everybody's system, be a twin flame, be whatever, be, right? Somebody else is, right, buzzing around, and somebody else's frequency, which is whatever. But when it's like, okay, so then I'm gonna be responsible and pull out. So ain't nobody got to worry about abortion, so to speak. But if everybody else wants to keep taking everybody else's creations and babies and then not be willing to communicate and not put in the effort and just keep pointing and directing and getting all upset and then demanding more and then pretending there's more and just like printing more or saying more and whatever. It's like, yeah, it's just very old and boring and tiresome, right? I have become cumbersome. So yeah, it's just knowing when and when not to engage. That's all. It's like I don't have to jump around and whatever. And they try to get a rise out of us, which is way different than allowing the dead to rise within us, or the unknown. Dead just means asleep. If you look metaphysical meaning up from the Bible or whatever, look up the metaphysical meaning of dead. Because that's how you get into the deeper depths of the meaning of the words, not just the surface or the definition that's been applied by man and put in the Oxford Dictionary or the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Those are also great, and we definitely, right, they apply. But we have that information and it's still there. Now we're just, again, we're diving deeper, more like the encyclopedia and beyond, right? The origin. So we flourishing. All right, let's finish reading this. All the beings from Orion, including the seventh dimensional pure white dragons, carry a special light in their soul. The color white indicates purity, clarity, and advanced enlightenment. Archangel Gabriel, who keeps coming up a lot, and Archangel Michael yesterday too. Gabriel and Michael. Even in the Bible, I was finding them when I was reading. It was like the big time. And she. All right, so Archangel Gabriel, the unicorns, that too, and the Great White Brotherhood all hold this incredible level of purity. Source light is diamond white. As white holds the vibration of truth, and where does the diamond come from? Volcanoes. It has to be like, right, the coal, the bottom of a volcano that rises up, pop, produces diamonds, right? Jupiter rains diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. And we're in the money. We, the people, are the money. We are the resources, right? Does the government works for us? We have to also work for them, though. I mean, as far as like, if people are out voting, if you want somebody to be above you and speak for you, and you chose that, then you got to take a look at that. I mean, and that's okay, but right, it means that if you're having somebody speak for you, then you have to also be involved with what they're representing and putting out and speaking for, not just get upset and have an opinion and point and have a reaction and be a responder. That's not helpful. That's not a solution to creating harmony. That's fear and panic and porn, right? Pornography, making something look and appear right, like again, operating by enticing someone's gut or mental faculties into, right, like, so the production of, which doesn't necessarily mean bad. There's, right, it's like we so appreciate veterans and right, like it's very patriotic to, like, we want to be protected, absolutely, but we don't want to be in fear for no reason at all, or be, right, driving ourselves crazy, insane, tired to the bone, with prices inflated, so, and none of us have a place we can call home. That's ridiculous. That's like, let's make sense. Let's create some harmony, right? Instead of like, ooh, Judah just came up, pulling all off of Judah's tree. That's why we had a judicial branch. Pants in your pants. I don't know. What is that about? All right. I do, but I'm not gonna go there right now. Okay. And yeah, that goes into right now. They're making me though. Wait, 1911, 1933, 1800s, 1776, bicentennial. When our, right? So when America was born, 1776. Bicentennial, binary, 200-year mark. Okay, so there's a time. Okay, that's where the time. 200 years by binary, 200, 2000, then 400. Hold on. Oh boy. What are they showing me? All right. 1916, 1947. And don't forget, rain and blood. Red is the color of heaven. All right. Let's see. They're preparing as the white holds the vibration of truth. When the pure white dragons from Orion shower it onto us, it lights up our own impeccable honor and brilliance. They are preparing us for greater advancement on our ascension path. Whoop whoop. A pure white dragon of Orion has come to you today to advise you to examine what you know with enlightened eyes. Process, all right, take time and space. That's what they say in the court system too. Time for processing, but you're supposed to be able to have enough time and space to be able to get back to the point in one's mind where we can then picture what's going on at the time of said XYZ, whatever we happen to be speaking about. ABC, right? So when that's not allowed and people are just railroading over time, not allowing it to develop into what it needs to be so that we have transparency and clarity. I mean, that says it right there, right? Okay. Process any information you are working with through your right brain to discover how to use it for the highest good. And just ask for that, right? Whatever I'm going through, to allow it to be for the highest good of myself and for the whole, right? And to find the path of least resistance. The high frequency dragons from Orion will be with you to help you with this process. They will allow you to advance your spiritual growth and expand your wings of light. When you hold white in your aura, people trust and respect you. This card calls on you to speak your truth, act with honesty, and be totally honorable in all of your dealings. And there's many definitely that have not, and that still keep trying to push that envelope and push those papers and use that machine and make more and act aloof like they don't know what's going on, but they really do have an idea, at least. Keywords. An idea is like a light bulb. It goes off in the head. The brain's like a sponge, programmed to receive. Our whole body is also a brain, and we have 3 hearts, not just the human one. Right, Eve? And the heart chakra is blue and green and opens like the lotus flower, just like the crown chakra. And the heart intelligence is way wiser than the misers that have a bright idea in the head or have been, right, that we've been using our monkey mind getting electrocuted and zapped with. So this is where we're going through our computer programming, right? Disk cleanup, defragment. We want to clean it up. Shut, right? Master reset. Let it shut down and reboot, so to speak. Silver Lunar Dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. Whoop, whoop. And I'm going to leave it there. And am I not recording right now? Oh, okay, we're okay. I was like, OOOMGG. Shall we read it really quick? Silver Lunar Dragon. Make it under 45 minutes. Oh, I got Silver Dragon. Where's Silver Lunar? Where are you? Silver Lunar. I just saw it. Bathes you in divine feminine light. And I love you so much for coming to hang out with me. 12:12. My time, presently. Wait, wait. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. The moon is a portal through which divine feminine light pours onto the earth, and the moon is from within. It's a reflection behind the sun. It bathes the planet and more specifically connects to our causal chakra and helps to activate it. Recently, seventh dimensional silver lunar dragons have been able to access this portal and stream into our dimension, right? Stream, come pouring in, right? Or blend with, alchemize, right? Different colors we're allowing to come in. 4114, as I just said that. Particularly when the moon is full. And we just had that full moon in Scorpio right after the full lunar eclipse. Woo woo! The full blood moon lunar eclipse. They carry divine feminine light in their energy fields, and their mission is to touch us with it to prepare for the golden future. For 10,000 years, we have been influenced by the masculine, right? The sun. However, in the new golden age, the feminine qualities of peace, harmony, equality, cooperation, love, unity, and wisdom must harmonize with the masculine. So silver lunar dragons are very dynamic now because they are actively bringing about the balance of yin-yang energy on the planet. As these shimmering dragons touch our causal chakra and enable it to expand, unicorns are able to use the illuminated chakra as a portal to enter Earth and assist our ascension. In this way, the silver lunar dragons serve us and we serve the planet. Woo woo! And if you haven't ever watched The Last Unicorn, it's a cartoon movie with the Red Bull, which is also a really, really cool movie. You might want to watch that. It's like the story of the Selkies, which I've referred to often on this channel. And funny, right? I had blue skies, and now just so you see a little better, right? It's like, right, silver lunar dragons, the silver, silver clouds, white clouds, silver, white Orion, silver lunar coming in. All right. Choosing this card suggests that you call on the silver lunar dragons to bathe you in their energy and that you practice peace, harmony, equality, cooperation, love, unity, and wisdom in your daily life. A lunar dragon will be close by, helping and supporting you. As you are bringing yourself into balance, you are doing your part to bring the planet into equilibrium, which also, this is a galactic ascension. So it's like, as we bring ourselves into balance, we help others, other people, other beings, seen and unseen. You don't have to be right there next to them with them talking and saying anything. Just as you do it, it goes through the waves naturally, and more will pick up on that vibration. And that, in effect, also tunes us in with Mother Earth, right? Grounding. And then the rest of the cosmic rays and the planetary bodies, right? And then we also go into the galactic system too. So it's plants, animals, people, right? But it has to start with self. So the more we all do this work, the more we're sending out that frequency and vibration. And the more that is nice and soothing. It's like, it's okay. We're all doing it together. 4444, right? We don't have to continue to react and get upset because it does us no good anyway. It doesn't mean we're bad or anything that we've been, right? And the masculine is bad. It's just that we're now allowing divine feminine to come in and take her place with the divine masculine so that Osiris can take his rightful seat at the throne, right? Rising the Christ child, the inner child, Beelzebub, the little devil running around, Luciferian and what have you, right? Lucifer, whatever, it could be up, up, up in the crown, right? So we want to rise our Christ consciousness, allow our inner child to grow from within. And as that growth occurs, we reach the height of the pineal gland, and Osiris takes his rightful seat at the throne, right? And Set wants to set up Osiris to not allow him to take that seat, that his place, right? Wants to keep you all up in the gut. Or let me see what other boxes you can get into, right? That could be like a coffin, any box, a square, magic square, a calendar square, a date, right? It could be, right, a woohoo, because we also call them a box, right? A slang word for the yoni, which a lot of right, occult and what have yous, like, right, they use the divine feminine energy and the feminine energy and, right, female or emotion, innocence, daughters of man. All of us have emotions, so the daughters of man is our emotional body, right? Or our little, say, black boy or girl inside, our little black boy inside, our male part of self that's, right, like hiding and scared and is like a little devil. Because why? Because we've been called bad or whatever we're holding on to that we don't feel good about ourselves about, right? The ego, the sun comes out to overshadow whatever we're vulnerable or fearful about, right? So when we put it into context, we don't have to be so afraid of it either. Okay. So let's see. It says, visualize your causal chakra, as your own personal moon, right? Right within. The silver lunar dragons will touch and expand it until the frequency is high enough to allow pure white unicorns to step through it. Woo woo! That's what's up. Cornucopia. I love it. Beautiful. So I so appreciate, look, it's starting to rain now, if you can hear it. And I got my little notebook. My little doggies with the umbrellas and rain boots in the puddle. Reflections, right? And remember, a dream within a dream within a dream. Inception. We don't want to allow others to impregnate our dreams, right? You are the dreamer, right? Dream a good dream, right? Imagination nation. And remember, not everything is as it appears or as it seems. And it's 12:21, and I freaking love you so much. And if you would please be so kind to like and please subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell, because it would be really great to see the numbers grow. And, when I have a place to call a resting place, because where I've been the last 5 years, I've been here, but I'm exhausted and I've been pulled at all strings from all right places, right, seen and mostly unseen, right, because it's like so the things that we're not able to even prove or show to other people, and then that's why other spiritual beings or people that are doing the work we're doing get called crazy or get brushed to the side, or right, they want to hold us down so that we're not able to shine that light, and that's all good. That just shows that they're coming from a fearful place and they're really scared that, right, they think that they don't have that light inside. But right, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So like that silver lunar card just said, dragon, right? And I've been saying, right, knowing your natal chart, your blueprint, the one we started with, the Galactic Blue Dragon, your natal chart, homework for the weekend or for whenever you're doing this. Look up your birth chart, free natal charts, pop that into your search bar and read your natal chart so that you have knowledge of at least not just your physical sign, your sun sign, your birthday. That's your sun sign. That's our little devil. That's the Adam that sticks out. Look at me, look at me. That's our human Adam and Eve representation of our body, right? Our ID. That's our vibrational frequency identification, our soul, our sun, our star that pops up, right? So our moon sign is how we feel inside, which is our, again, in our inner moon. Okay. And also, like, Mercury is poison. So if you take a look at, like, our human heart is over here. Mercury, we have a crescent moon, like, on this side. So if you can imagine it, like, pulling Mercury, right, away from the heart and allowing it to alchemize within the gut and continue that motion, right? So it's like clearing, right, the gut and the human heart and the emotional body, right? We want to keep that spinning. Or just when you feel, you could feel that, like when you know, and then true north is right here. This is the heart chakra, right here, right in between where the rib cage begins, right down where that buoyancy point is. That's where truth resonates. This is true north, right? So like on a battery, a little positive sign with the circle, spiral around, right? Spiral out. And then the torus field is created, right? Coming from the heart chakra. So just some different ways to take a look at ourselves from within so that we're able to come from a more calm seas, emotional bodies within our physical vessel, rocking around and, right? Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. Everything is water and air. So we're getting rocked around, right? And hit with a lot of informational cosmic codes, which lights up our DNA sequence and in turn, right, ignites the Kundalini, the snakes arising up the spine. And we have 5-strand DNA, not just 2, not just 3. I'm alive, 5 alive. Fifth element, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if my 4 fathers, right, and then in the middle, like origami, again, true north. So there's another star outside, or right, the North Star, right? The mariners travel by the star map, right? If we're driving, we use GPS now, but right, road map, right? Sometimes we use a globe or an atlas, right? Old school. So is the earth round or flat? Isn't it both? It creates a sphere from the torus field while it's, right, terraformed, it grows. And right, hallowed be thy name. Our Father, who art is a name. And we also, right, co-create with spirit, right? The word was with God. The word is, right, the logos, the Holy Spirit, the divine breath was with God, which then became mankind, right? And made hues of man, right? With the rib, the DNA strand. So much. It's a lot. Our extra ultra terrestrial DNA is getting upgraded every day. So yeah, lots of things to ponder, lots of things to allow, and lots of things to let go, right? Just remember to breathe. George Floyd, right? I can't breathe. Israeli tactic, knee on the neck. But it's also, right, a psy-op. Is it a story and a narrative? And I don't know whether he is or isn't, or that did or didn't happen. Is it a story that was put out? Right? It's like I don't know. Who knows what is or isn't to be necessarily true? And if there's a hologram, Instagram, hollow be thy name, the hollow. If there's a hologram, right? That would be a virtual reality like that Innoculus, right? I like the story with Zeus, right? He got upset with whoever was lusting after his wife and gave them, right, the image of the cloud to see, right? The cloud, iCloud. Again, Cthulhu, Psy-op, one eye. I knew it. I knew, A-N-U, I knew. My homework for you. It. Those are two different beings too. Same one we were just talking about. I knew it. Who all up in the pyramid scheme, floating around in the clouds? Was that in the stratosphere or above the stratosphere? Jack and the Beanstalk. Who got 3 magic beans? Chop, chop, chop. Who's hacking? Friday. One love, y'all. Metaphysical Mama. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Peace out.